Christine, 2016 film starring Rebecca Hall, Michael C. Hall, and Tracy Letts. It's a character study that's based on a true story of an American reporter from the 1970s called Christine Chubbuck. She was working for a TV station during that time, a small time TV station covering local news, and apparently her story became somewhat famous in the US, although I knew nothing about it, so I won't spoil it for others who don't as well, because knowing what she was famous for would kind of spoil the end of the movie, basically. I can, however, give an outline of the plot. Christine is an underachiever, works at the station, and in her reports tries to focus on positive stories in the community. In other words, boring stuff. She lives with her mom, she has no kids or husband, although she is attracted to one of her coworkers. She is rather frustrated with her personal life, as well as her work, especially as her boss begins to push her for more gritty, bloody, sensationalized news in place of what she wants to do. One day, the station owner comes to town, and there's this rumor that he's looking for talent to take over to his newly acquired bigger news company in Baltimore. Christine sees this as her opportunity to finally change something in her life and tries everything she can to get the attention of the man. And the story goes from here, and where it eventually gets, you'll have to discover. The important thing is that this is pretty much a one-woman show. The movie stands on the shoulders of Rebecca Hall as an actress. It's a very character-focused piece, a psychological drama exploring facets of depression and unfulfillment. And I'm happy to say that Rebecca Hall is fantastic in the lead role. She just disappears into it and becomes completely believable as Christine. And that, along with the tone of the film, leads me to comparisons with Joker and Nightcrawler, also two character pieces that even bear some similarities in terms of the plot. Much like there, the central character is our only focus. However, there's something missing about Christine that I loved about the other two, and I struggle to put a finger on what that is. Maybe Nightcrawler and Joker were stronger at creating their atmosphere. Maybe they were better made, technically speaking. Maybe they just worked better for me on an emotional level. I honestly don't know what it is, but I felt like Christine doesn't really offer all that much outside of the central performance. Nothing else in the film really got my attention, and sure, you can argue that that's kind of the point, but that it's supposed to be this kind of film, but I can't help but feel like Christine is the only person in the film who's real, and the rest are visibly actors. Like there's a strong disparity between this one strong role and others which are forgettable. The one thing that does stand out in some way is the color grading, made to resemble the warm hues of television of that time in order to sort of fit the setting. But even with that detail, the movie as a whole just feels a bit lackluster. So, despite the great performance by Rebecca Hall, I think ultimately Christine doesn't manage to really shine through, and it will end up being a rather forgettable film.